it's time to sit down for a drink because you're in the corner with Crimson.
Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in with Crimson and Crimson's Corner. I am joined today by Kevin Morris, CEO of Peyote Brandy. How you doing, Kev?
I'm doing great, man.
How was your trip up here?
It was a little rocky, but I made it, so it's all good.
Yes. Well, I'm glad to have you as one of my first guests on Crimson's Corner. So let's get into your business, Peyote Brandy. So could you give a little bit of information to the audience as to what Peyote Brandy is?
So Peyote Brandy is one of the hottest products out right now. It's locally distilled in Fort Myers, Florida, and soon it'll be a household name.
So you can only get it in Florida right now?
We're working on some contract deals where we can set up distribution for about 47 states. So that's in the works as well.
But most of that, those exclusive states that we can't get it are going to be further out west. So most of the folks who are tuning in, maybe East Coast side, should be able to pick that up. Is that correct?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, that's good news for us Connecticut and Floridaites. So I want to ask you a couple questions here. So how did you get your idea or concept for Peyote Brandy?
So it started off as just a thought. There's a lot of indigenous blood in my family. So, life journey, peyote, cactus fruit, excuse me. It's just, kind of like a lineage thing. Okay.
So could you describe the flavor profile of Peyote Brandy?
So the flavor profile is what makes it very unique. The brandy is actually aged in bourbon barrels, so it kind of gives like a little whiskey feel. It has the cactus fruit.
Have you been sipping on some peyote before you came in here?
Maybe a little bit. It has the prickly pear, which profile is kind of like watermelon, bubblegumish, and it's sweetened with agave, which is used in a lot of tequila. So it has a very unique profile for your palate.
So the first time I tried it, I'm not actually a big brandy fanatic myself. I'm usually a scotch or a whiskey guy. But the first time I tried it, I was going to thinking that it was going to be similar to some of the old brandies that I had that I wasn't really a fan of. Mm-hmm. However, put it on ice cube and it tasted like green Hawaiian punch. Straight.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's got a very unique flavor that you can't really find anywhere else, and it's also, because it's 80 proof, but it's also strong enough for a man and smooth enough for a woman. You know what I mean?
Well, it definitely bites there. So, what made you choose to get into the liquor business, like to actually start it? Even though you said you had the flavor profile of your heritage a little bit, what made you decide to actually go through with it and kick off this business?
So this is a funny part. Most people, they have this elaborate response about the dreams and the visions. I literally just I'm a chef by trade. I enjoy drinking and pairing, different drinks with different meals. And I just woke up one day and decided, why am I spending so much money on other people's products, and just created my own.
That was it? Just woke up and said, I'm going to go create some liquor today.
Just easy. Just, hey, I don't know how it's going to happen, but we're going to make it happen.
So could you give the listeners a little bit of insight as to kind of how you got started? Now that you had the idea, what did you do? Did you go in the bathtub and start making some moonshine?
I wish that would have been cheaper. Basically, what I did was started shopping around at a few local distilleries, did a couple tours, had a couple conversations. I wanted to see actually how certain products were created. And then, trial and error with a couple distilleries, I finally found the one that I was going to go with. And then after that, it was put the money up, basically.
Okay. So that doesn't sound like it was too difficult.
I mean, it's difficult when when you're pulling thousands of dollars out of thin air, you know. But with anything, you just always have to remember, if you have a goal and you can formulate a plan for that goal, you can really do anything you want to do.
So how have you been, really getting your name out and advertising your business right now?
So, I mean, local word of mouth. You know, we do certain events, hip hop events, rock and roll events, social media, heavy on the social media.
Which account specifically do you got?
Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, you know, working on some Snapchat filters. So the next time you're at a party or an event, you could drop the filter down and share the news. It's going to be a lot of heavy marketing with my team and I focusing in this upcoming year. But yeah, it's just basically, I mean, it kind of took off from just word of mouth. People would try it and then they'd say, oh, it would be good at this place. And, you know, we'd go to the place and check them out, and it's just slowly snowballing into something big.
So did you have any extra special training or education to get everything kicked off, or did you just kind of self-educate as you went?
Well, I have a little bit of a music background, so you know I kind of just treat the product like I used to treat my music, and just market it like that.
Okay. So what were some of the struggles that you faced starting out with your business?
There's a lot of rules and regulations about what you can and cannot do when it comes to permits with the liquor, and just the fact that sometimes when you go to, you know, say a company or a restaurant or a business, and you give them your pitch, and a lot of people, because you're not at the stage, at the level when you have that humongous name, they kind of don't want to hear your conversation. So you have to have a little bit of charisma and a little bit of something that's gonna get you in the game, basically.
So if you were trying to sell me peyote, right? Sell it to the listeners. How would you approach them and to give them the pitch?
I would tell the listeners, if you like brandy, not even if you like brandy, if you want to take a chance at something that's going to develop into being a global household brand, then take a chance. You know, a lot of companies, whether it was Apple starting in a garage or whatever the case may be, somebody had to take that chance, and you don't want to miss this opportunity, basically.
So how much does a bottle of Peyote Brandy go for?
We're going about $50 a bottle. If it's for a company, you know, that type of stuff is negotiable. But you know, it's a little up there on the price, but you got to pay to play, man. If it's a great product, a great taste, great quality, then you know, you're not gonna be able to find it at Walmart in the discount section.
That's true. So I'm sitting here holding this bottle, and it is very different. It's not your typical bottle you would per se find brandy in. It looks more like a rum bottle. What's the thought process behind changing up the bottle?
Yeah, so you know it has like one little hook on it, and again I wanted to give that like indigenous cowboys and Indians, like, you know, horse and buggy moonshining, pull it out of a crate feel. Like real vintage, you know, like real native and strong, you know what I mean? So
I feel like it's something that, you know, Captain Jack Sparrow pull out of his bag, take a couple swigs out of it.
Yeah, you know, Captain Jack, he was sipping on some potent stuff, you know what I mean?
So going back to the business a little bit here, what have you found to be your greatest challenge so far with getting started and getting your name out there?
Again, the greatest challenge that I have right now is distribution, because a lot of companies, big name distributors, they only deal with big name products. So, getting the right connect, having the right conversation, setting up the right meeting to get a shot is probably the most difficult part of the process.
Okay. But it sounds like recently you made a couple breakthroughs with that. You found a distributor that was allowing you to now reach beyond just the locale of Florida where you guys got started.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a blessing in disguise. A couple conversations with a couple salespeople at the distillery, and I kind of came through the back door on that. But yeah, I got a deal with a reputable distributor, so it'll work out. I'm not gonna say their name yet. You know what I mean? You're gonna have to wait to see, but yeah, it'll be good.
All right. Let's see. So with your brand, I know you've been reaching out and doing a lot of local events down in Florida in the Cape Coral, Fort Myers area. So where have you been kind of promoting, or what kind of events you've been doing in the community to start to like plug in and get your name out there?
We have a lot of local artist events like hip hop, like I said before, rock bars and little local clubs and stuff like that. Restaurants, high-end restaurants. So with that being said, I mean, the pandemic kind of put everything on hold, but once everything opens up, there's a lot of opportunity we have for, big events, unity events, we're working on, and just any way that we can get more involved in the community as far as donations and doing charity events. That'll be real good for the future.
But I saw from your social media a little bit that you had, before COVID hit and everything kind of went on a standstill, you did do a couple events in the community. I believe it was tied to like a tattoo parlor you guys had going on.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That was kind of like a tattoo release event. So we stopped by and we had the product, and people got a chance to taste it, and got a couple tattoos. There was a lot of good music there, a lot of good food, and also the owner of that tattoo parlor. Shout out to AJ, Unrivaled Ink. He's a really good guy, and he does a lot of community work as well. So we try to help the underdogs. That's always been like my slogan.
I mean, that's something that we all try to do, and that's kind of what the focus of our line radio is about, bringing all those entrepreneurs, those people that have a gift and have a love for creativity, to give them that platform to actually be able to do this, to get their word out, to get their story out, and to reach back to the community that helped get them going. Yeah,
absolutely.
So what do you attribute your success so far to? Not even just with peyote, but just in life. What do you attribute that has gotten you through some of the hard times, has gotten you to where you're going, and kind of helped you when you hit that wall?
I mean, just like my grandmother would say, man, just a lot of faith and a lot of hard work and dedication, and always remembering, where you came from, always having a desire to help people, and no matter what happens, continually being humble. I think that's a very overlooked trait nowadays. People get successful, they get the big head, and they forget about, what they had to go through to get there. So always remembering, the journey in which you came from. That's a key to success.
All right. Let's see. If you weren't really doing this particular thing right now, like if you didn't have this idea, and if you didn't kind of stumble upon the curiosity to jump into the liquor realm, what realm would you like to pursue a career in, or where you see yourself headed as an entrepreneur?
Definitely, because I have a strong culinary background, I'd be looking into opening a couple venues, couple restaurants. Spoiler alert, that's a little background material. But yeah, when you have like a entrepreneurial spirit, you find ways to utilize your talents, whether it's you know how to cook, or whether it's you know how to sew, or whether it's you're the lullaby at night for kids, and you can be the child whisperer. You find a way to take your talents and be prosperous with those. So,
is there any particular place you're looking for? Opening those venues, whether it be Florida area, Connecticut, another state.
I was always told if your dreams don't scare you, then you're not thinking or dreaming big enough. So, in my head, if it's not around the world, it doesn't count. So,
So you trying to put a spot out in like Italy or something?
yeah, that'd be dope. that'd be dope. A little fusion Italian restaurant with peyote at the bar.
That'd be pretty different. Take a little bit to get out there though.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, flights might be a little rough for everybody trying to check that spot out, but all you got to do is say you flying from the U.S. and hook you up with a sample or something.
Yeah, right. Every person that flies from the U.S. gets a free nipper.
So with the brandy, right now there is only the one flavor, correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
Have you thought about branching out? Or are you just trying to get the name going? Or you have ideas for other flavors, whether you're going to share with us or not share with us, that type of thing?
Yeah, so it's classified. Nah, absolutely. So within, the next year or so, we have the contract deal now with the online distribution. So I'll be looking into making different flavors and variations under the peyote line. Gins, vodkas. I can't give it all out, but yeah, there'll definitely be different flavors and different variations, because some people may not like brandy, and we got to reach as many people as we can. So
Okay. Well, let's see. Are you looking to partner with anybody right now? Are you looking for any particular type of sponsor or company or organization that you're looking to either have as a sponsor for you, or build a partnership to help get the brandy out?
I'm open. I'm always looking to develop with people, to grow with people. Anybody that's listening to our line right now and you want to reach out, my contact information will be somewhere in the drop.
You tell them right now, man.
Yeah, you can reach out to Peyote Brandy at Gmail, or you can hit me on my cell, 860-680-4041.
You be the next Mike Jones right now.
Yeah.
Some rates do apply.
I'm always looking to, like I said, develop and grow, and help the community, help the little guy. So yeah, if you want to link up, partner, just hit me up.
If there is one person that is listening here, like celebrity, who would you wish that you could meet, or that would rep peyote right now, if you had anybody?
Oh, that's a good one.
That you think would kind of embody the brand and the mission of peyote?
One person, maybe not the complete brand or the mission, but it'd be good if Aubrey shouted us out. If Drake had one of the bottles in the video, he's one of the biggest artists in the game right now, so that'd be a good look. And Drake is a stand-up guy, you know what I mean? He could be classy, he could be, whatever he needs to be. So that would be good, a good look.
I think that would increase some sales a little bit.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
You'll be wondering what is this peyote that Drake talking about?
Where can I find that at?
Google Peyote Brandy. So I know that you got a couple recipes already advertised as well. You already got not pre-mixed, but you already have recipes on your website?
Yeah, absolutely. PeyoteBrandy.com. It has a little bit of history, a little bit of more on why I decided to start the company. I have a 7-year-old son, and you want to leave a legacy. You want to leave something that when he gets old enough, he can decide if he's going to take over the company, or you want to leave something behind, something better for the future. And there's a list of some custom cocktails that we've put together. I'm not gonna mention them. You're gonna have to go check them out yourself. So now you got something to do.
Yeah, I got to do a little work for those.
Yeah, you got to earn those. They're not freebies.
So you didn't give the audience a link to find the information to find you on Instagram, just in case, because I know how sometimes everything's the same or sometimes it's different. So how can they find you on Twitter or Instagram if they're trying to follow you?
That is a great one. I got so much going on, man. I'm gonna have to go to the next question as I pull the information up.
All right. Well, do you welcome and receive different videos of people, cheersing your peyote or drinking your peyote? Are you open to having folks send that to you? Hashtag Peyote Brandy, direct, or just building out the hashtag?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said before, if you're at an event, whether it be a house party, whether it be a bar mitzvah, whether it's a wedding, you know what I mean, or it's you and your family just hanging out having dinner.
I was just gonna say bar mitzvah is kind of early, but I mean technically, you're a man at 13. Technically, that's what somebody there could drink it. You know what I mean? About to say, hey man, that's a strong drink for bar mitzvah.
Yeah. We it's not for the kids, but somebody there is old enough.
All right. You still looking that up?
Yeah, I'm pulling it up right now. Everybody's got so much going on and so many goals, man. You got to stay on top of it, stay organized.
I know. Well, hey, man, I really do appreciate you being one of our first guests for the corner. I mean, I know the chair is big and comfy, and you look really relaxed sitting in it.
Oh, absolutely, man. I didn't know if this was Italian leather. I didn't know what this was, but it's definitely. You're lucky I don't fall asleep, man. A couple shots of peyote in this chair, and it's
Yeah, don't be sleeping in.
Sweet dreams after that.
I'm gonna have to get into a couple more glasses after the show, but just trying to get through the interview first. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Have to try some of those mixed cocktails as well. I'm gonna try to experiment and come up with a new one for you.
Oh, that'd be dope. Like a R line.
Yeah.
Cocktail.
What would we call it? We call it on the air.
On the air. Yeah, that sounds. We'd have to make it red though.
Yeah.
It'd definitely have to be red.
Ooh, that's something to look into.
But yeah, the links. Facebook Peyote Brandy. Instagram is at Peyote Brandy, and Twitter is at Peyote PE2, and that's PEYOTE Brandy. For those that are in tune and want to check it out.
All right. Well, let's see. I think we talked about how you got started and everything. Oh, before we go, I always want to wrap up with this one thing too. Is if you had one piece of advice to someone starting out who just had an idea, who thinks it's impossible, might not have the experience, might not have the education or the finances, might not even have the support. There's no network. Everybody's doubting them and saying, "Hey, you can't do it. It's a stupid idea, whatever." What would you say? One piece of advice to them.
If you can dream it, if you can think it, then you can make it happen. Just focus on gaining knowledge. If you don't know and you're going into a field, do a little background research. Or research, a mentor or somebody in that field already that can lead you in the right direction. It's crucial for your development and for your success to always be surrounded by positive people and people that can bring you to the next level. So that's what I would say.
Well, it sounds like you got a good group of people, or you got some good mentors along your way.
Oh, absolutely. There's no way I could have did this by myself. So shout out to everybody that helped out.
All
and
right.
shout out to our line.
Like I said, we reaching out and trying to help locals and up and comings get their name out and get their voice out. So you heard it here, everybody. So if you got a company, you got a business, you supporting a business, you just want to come over here and chat for a little bit, you got a dream, reach out to us. Our team at rlineradio.com. We'll reach back out to you, and we'll work on scheduling time to be on the air so that way we can talk about your dreams, your success, and your possibilities. Kev, I just want to thank you again for coming in from Florida up here
absolutely.
to CT to meet with me and taking the time to take time off of the hustle to come in here and share your wisdom to all the listeners, man.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate you for taking the time out and having me. And like I said, shout out to R-Line Radio. They're doing big things for the community and doing big things for the underdog. And make sure you go to peyote.com, peyotebrandy.com, and take a look around soon. There'll be a link on there where we'll ship it to your doorstep.
Ooh, even after COVID?
Even after COVID.
All right. Well, all right, folks. Well, I appreciate you all tuning in. This is Crimson signing off. Take care.